Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new to my channel or simply not yet subscribed, definitely make sure to hit the subscribe button. My name's Briere and I cover all things paranormal, mythological, and creepy. I know that I haven't been posting a crazy amount. This Friday, I will be 31 weeks pregnant, which puts me in the 8th month of pregnancy. I feel like I have no room left to breathe. Everything just kind of like smushes up, like all your organs smushed up. So I've been really tired. I also found out that I have anemia, so that makes me even more tired. And then I have Sebastian. So that makes me extra tired. So finding the time to record, or not really the time, but the energy, because I want to give you guys my best energy. So I don't want to record when I'm feeling extra tired and stuff, because that's not my best energy. But today we're going to be talking about the Thunderbird. Now, the Thunderbird is this powerful creature that was known among many Native American tribes. I'm a very small part Native American. I don't know what tribe, like ancestry wise, but I know that it's like a small part on my mom's side. So the Thunderbird was this giant bird, and like think of like Zapdos. That's what I envision, like Zapdos from Pokemon, or Fearow from Pokemon. This bird was so big that when it flew, you would actually hear the sound of thunder. The Thunderbird was mostly worshipped by the northern cultures. However, there were similar type birds that were reported in Asia, Europe, and Africa. It was worshipped as this powerful spirit that would take the form of a bird. So this creature is said to flash lightning from its beak. However, there's some lore that say that it actually flashes it from its eyes. The Thunderbird is often accompanied by other birds such as a falcon or an eagle whenever it's sighted. And some legends say that the creature has two faces, one on its head and the other on its chest. Legends about the second face vary, so we don't know if their second face is more avian-like or if it's not a face at all, but it's instead was mistaken by the two glowing snakes that the Thunderbird is said to carry with it. It's believed that the snakes are actually the cause of the lightning that would come when the bird would arrive in the sky. It's also believed that the Thunderbird can carry an entire lake on its back. So that goes to show how big this bird truly is. And the tribe that you're talking to. The depiction of the Thunderbird varies. However, every tribe that you speak to about this amazing bird says that this bird has amazing, incredible powers. It's said that the Thunderbird can summon storms and bring rain, which could be beneficial. Say there's like a drought, rain is really good for crops, or it could be horrible because it can cause floods. The bird was highly worshipped, and many believed that it would actually protect them from evil spirits. The Thunderbird is also known for its bright, colorful feathers and the fact that they have extremely sharp claws and teeth. They're said to live high in the clouds above the tallest of mountains. And according to the Menominee in Wisconsin, there is a great mountain that floats in the western sky, and that is where the Thunderbirds call home, which reminds me of either like Avatar, as in like Avatar the Last Airbender, or the castle in the sky. So from the Thunderbird's home, they can control the rain. Their enemies are the great horned snakes, which are called Missiniqunubic. Butchered that one, I know. So they fight these snakes in order to prevent them from taking over the earth and eating all the humans. So they're really protecting us in multiple ways. They're said to be messengers of the sun, and they love seeing people do good deeds. I also believe that Thunderbirds can shapeshift into human form. And they do this by taking their feathers off like a blanket. And they tip their beak up over their head to take it off. So when they transform, they look so regular human-like that you could be talking to a Thunderbird and you would never know the difference. And when they wanted to go back to their original state, they would pull their beaks back down and put their feathers back on. According to the Shawnee tribe, they would appear as boys. You could tell that you were talking to a Thunderbird because they had the ability to talk backwards. And even though these creatures were said to be dangerous and powerful, they were also known to be very benevolent. They would help humans when humans were trying to find food or water. It also leaves their eggs, which are known as thunderstones, just waiting to hatch and protect people nearby in the future. The Sioux tribe believe the creature to be noble and protect humans from reptilian monsters that were known as Unkatila. So without the Thunderbirds, who knows if we would have survived. Some tribes actually believed that the Thunderbird was sacred. They were sacred forces of nature. Other tribes thought that they were just another being in the animal kingdom. Now, it was common knowledge that if you angered a Thunderbird, the punishment would be pretty harsh. The Ojibwe tribe says that the Thunderbird fights underwater spirits, and they will punish any human who breaks moral rules. According to them, Thunderbirds were actually created by Nanabozo, and they lived in the four directions and would migrate to Ojibwe lands for spring, just like other birds do. Now, they would stay there until the fall came, and then they would return south. According to the Gros Ventre, the Thunderbird is who provided the sacred pipe to humans. Arapaho, along with other plains tribes, would associate this bird with summer, and then they would associate white owls with winter. The Algonquin tribe believed the Thunderbird was actually a god, controlled the upper world, while the underworld was controlled by a serpent or a underwater panther. So the Thunderbirds would use thunder and lightning to fight the underworld guardians. And they even believed that they were our ancestors who helped create the universe. Now, this bird is created as obviously a huge bird with wings that are held in a wide and horizontal X shape with the head facing forward. Some believe that the Thunderbird is actually a pterodactyl that managed to survive, or that it's another megafauna. So the drawback to the Thunderbird being a pterodactyl is that when you look at the wings between a pterodactyl and a Thunderbird, they're very different. The pterodactyl's wings were more bat-like, while the Thunderbirds are feathered and colorful. And interestingly enough, though there are other species of megafauna that were known to exist in the Americas during the time that the first people were settling onto the continent, it is possible that there is a species of megafauna that are the Thunderbirds. Depictions of the creature have appeared on totem poles, pottery, petroglyphs, masks, jewelry, and carvings. And we know that such large birds existed in the past because of creatures like the Argentavis, which were as big as a light aircraft. Imagine seeing a bird that big. That's like, makes me think of the giant bugs that used to be around, or the fact of like, or like megalodon, things like that, how It's crazy how over time it almost seems like a lot of creatures shrunk. Stories of Thunderbirds come from areas that are vast and mostly unpopulated. So it's actually quite possible for such a large creature to go without being seen hardly ever. And Native Americans worshipped so many creatures that are proven to be real, such as a bear or a cougar or an eagle. So if they sat here and still to this day worship these very real, very known creatures that people see every day, who's to say that the Thunderbird isn't real or wasn't once real at some time in history? I want to know if you guys have ever seen a Thunderbird, if you guys believe that they exist, if you have any legends or lore related to the Thunderbird. To see a creature like this, I think would just be so inspiring and just life-changing. But that's it for me today, you guys. I love mythological creatures, and you know, mythology is where my love for the paranormal really started. I talked about this a little bit, but my mom wouldn't really let me go outside or go anywhere for that matter. So I kind of dove really intensely into mythology. And at that time, I was already seeing spirits and, you know, stuff like that. But I started researching mythology a lot, and that's how I would spend my day. So I definitely want to continue making the mythological being videos, and it's my goal in life to see as many mythological creatures as I can, as long with proving, you know, that the paranormal exists. And not just like, I mean, I know it exists, but just like proving it to the world. And so, yeah, if you guys have any mythological creatures that you want me to do a video on, definitely leave them in the comments below. Let me know what you think of the Thunderbird. And no, there's really no sort of schedule as to how much or how little I'll be uploading, but I'm going to try as much as I can to upload as much as I can. If you guys could support me by liking my video and subscribing, it's free, it takes 2 seconds, and it helps me so much. I'd appreciate it more than you guys know. Until next time, love yous. Bye.